Got some mounts cut off here, down there, and what we're going to start doing today, it's a fresh new day. I'm going to grind the chassis in this area, probably from here to here, and then from here up to here on the inner, and then right in this area too on both sides. Reason I'm doing that is, well, we got to weld this cross member. The also the support that I'm building the center cross member for this, so that's going to be welded here too. So I'm going to grind up in here as well on both sides and get that all ready so we could weld this in, weld the cross member that goes up here that holds the coilovers. You like that? And then you see where we're going with this. So let's get to work. All right, well, we got this first side grinded, and just this front half, back half. Now we're gonna go do this side. Didn't want to bore you by doing both sides, but hey, let's see some sparks fly, huh? Should be fun. Put your safety glasses on, all right? Well, I got the back half done. Not gonna worry about doing the front yet. Take a little break from that. Some of you might be wondering, well, why is he grinding on the outside of the frame rail just a minute ago? Well, I found a nice area where I could put my welding clamp, because I recently painted this whole frame with some 415 and then top coat. So when you're welding on frames, or anything, it's very critical to have an excellent grounding source. So when I'm welding on this side of the frame, I'm gonna put the ground on this side, and then vice versa for over there. So like I said, just found a really good spot to clamp my my ground. So, and it's close to the weld area as well. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna mess around with the placement of all this stuff. You see a strap on here. My cross member's cut to fit for this, and the frame, if I just lightly ratchet it, it sandwiches it to it. It's only missing, you know, I mean, it's literally like a couple matchbooks away, covers away from holding it in firm. So I'm not really, the thing is, you never want to squeeze metal and then weld it, because at that point then you have, you know, your weld is always under strain. So just you know, I'm only saying this because I don't want people thinking like, you know, I'm squeezing the hell out of it. I'm not. It's just enough to fill the gaps. I have a good weld, and it holds it in. So all right, let's get to it. So this cross member, just to remind you, we're using one of the eBay kits, which is very close to the Heights kit for the Tri-5 Chevys. And this cross member is what dictates at least the first part of the 4-bar setup, because there's a bracket that goes on either side here. And we have to get the measurements off that so it's parallel. And that's about it on that. So this is where we got to start. I have it. It's 90 degrees, so that's good. I got it 1 inch back from the mount on either side, and they want it 5/8 of an inch down from the top. We're all there, and well, we're gonna burn this in, and this is the first step. All right, I'm excited. Still have to burn in the bottom half, which I'm not worried about right now, because I'm going to be actually laying my part of my cross member up against this. So I wanted to make sure that that was welded right there, and then after I put that there, I might even bridge the gap a little bit with a weld or maybe some plate, just to give it a little bit of extra meat here, because one of my initial things that I was thinking about is I was kind of thinking about running a thicker plate on the frame and then welding it to that so you have a bigger weld perimeter, but being I'm putting that cross member up against it, I think we're fine without that. So alright, this is the start of it, and only gets better from here. We got it all welded, both sides. All right, looking good in the neighborhood. Now we got to do some math. So what we got to do is we have specific measurements for this. Let me grab it. One-handed bandit here. For this bracket that goes here. Let me see here. Okay. So there's a specific measurement from this mount that's in the center here to where the hole is on this. Actually, to here, where my finger's pointing, from here to here. And then there's a specific measurement from the bar to the center of the hole for the tab. So that's why I put this, I mean, it's at 0.1. That's pretty much 0. The reason there's a measurement from the bar up, it's so that when you weld the tabs on the rear, where they tell you, you want the bars, the 4-link bars parallel. You don't want them dipping and diving, you know. So I just wanted to show how I'm doing this. I threw a bolt through here. They tell, you know, they're saying the measurement from the top bolt hole. There's 2 holes. And then what I ran was some safety wire from here to the bar. And this is where I'm going to get my measurement from. I would have you here measuring with me, but I need to concentrate, and you can wait. Let's get this bracket burnt in. Got all my measurements, everything's correct. I marked it out. Now we go. I'm going to do all my measurements, but I'm also going to run a straight edge possibly across this too to make sure it's 100%. Might be getting a little crazy with this, but you know what? I'd rather get a little crazy than not. Alright, so we got the cross member here that I'm fumbling around with. That holds the sway bar and the coilovers, which mount on the top half of the chassis here. And I'm going to get that positioned and tack welded off camera. But one thing I did want to mention is this bar was 36 inches wide, and the chassis was 35 and a half. So, important tip, remember, if you shorten one of these bars, especially if there's shock bungs or shock tubes already welded into here, you want to take a 1/4 inch off either end, not a 1/2 inch on one, because then it's going to be offset. I know it sounds like a dummy thing, but you know what? Things happen. So, all right. And then what I'm going to do is, once I get this positioned, I am going to use my magnetic angle finder and make sure we're at 90 degrees with these pieces right here. All right. Thank you. Now, who the heck is this in Arizona when we're supposed to... Alrighty.
You didn't start on anything without me, did you?
No. The elves have.
It's good weather.
Yeah.
It looks like puking snow apparently back east. Screw that. That's not my problem.
Is he done?
No, I still gotta finish that one foot.
Ivan,
You just keep running away from me.
I like our headless Christmas tree.
Is that what that is?
Oh yeah.
he's
Head's
gonna
over there,
wait
though.
Like the first
for
thing
it.
green I've seen in 3 hours.